Hi, I'm Penny. Welcome to this yoga flow. Go ahead and have a seat anywhere you're comfortable. Before you get seated, you might want some blocks. You don't need them, they're not necessary, but you're welcome to have them. Make yourself comfortable, stack your spine, bring your hands into Chin Mudra if you'd like. Close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. Take a breath in and exhale. I invite you, as you take a breath in and exhale, to come up with an uplifted intention for your practice. It can be love for somebody, love for yourself, the universe, something that's been bothering you that you'd like to see fixed or helped, or just something you've been struggling with today. So take that breath in and exhale. And breathe in and just imagine whatever this is that's bothering you, whether it's a health condition or just a problem you're trying to figure out. Just imagine that softening in your mind so your subconscious can help you solve whatever that your body or your emotions are going through. So for this practice, let's keep that in mind. Also, let's keep in mind that when we're quiet in our body and our minds, that helps us to heal ourselves and also heal situations. When we let the mind just run around and gobble up thoughts, it's really hard for it to get as healing as it could be if we could just be quiet. So hear me just be quiet for just a moment, and you just take a breath in and exhale. Now take a breath in, blink your eyes open. Let's do a little bit of neck stretching. So take your right ear to your right shoulder and get that a really nice stretch on this left side. And take a breath in. And exhale, turn your nose to your right shoulder, getting a nice stretch in this left side. And breathe in. And exhale. And one more time, breathe in. Exhale, bring your head up. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, getting a nice stretch in this right side. And take a breath in. And exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. Turn your nose to your left shoulder, getting a nice stretch on this back side. Take one more breath in. And exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. Bring your head back up. Bring your head forward like you're a turtle. Bring your chin forward. And now push your chin back. And if you want, you can leave your hand here on your chin and just feel that come forward and back and forward and back. And what this does is it really helps loosening up that neck. So our heads come forward all the time, but let's go ahead and let it come back. So be gentle with yourself. Do that a couple more times and come back up into your seated position. Let's roll our shoulders, opening their shoulders up a little bit, rolling up, back, and down. Let's roll them forward. We can even lead with some elbow rolls. Elbows come forward and back. Just opening up them shoulders, sliding the shoulder blades down the spine and bringing them forward. Great. Put your hands on your knees and let's do some sushi grinds. We're just going to come forward and back. Forward in one direction. It doesn't matter which direction that you'd like to go. I'm going to the right. Take a breath in. Exhale when you come forward and breathe in. Let's switch sides. Go one more time around. Just really getting a nice stretch in that back. Take a breath in and exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. These sushi grinds are really great to kind of open up the spine just a little bit and get us moving. And one last time in that direction. Come back to your seat. Some seated cat-cows. So leave your hands on your knees. Take a breath in. Bring your head up, chest forward. Exhale, round. Breathe in forward. Exhale, round. Breathe in forward. Exhale, round. And one more time forward. And exhale, round. Go ahead and move that bolster or block if you were sitting on one, just to the side. Let's come into our tabletop position. So from tabletop, let's go ahead and take that right leg back and up, and your left arm forward like you're shaking somebody's hand. And we're just going to start this movement. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten that left arm and right leg. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring it in. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Breathe in, straighten it out. You can flex that foot. And one more time, left knee, right knee, left elbow, and come back out. Bring your hands back down. Take the other foot. This is my left foot, but it can be whatever foot. Bring that up into your bird dog position. I'm going to bring the right arm, so the opposite arm like I'm shaking somebody's hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Breathe in, straighten it out, flex that foot. Exhale, elbow to knee. Out again. Exhale, elbow to knee, breathe in. And one more time, take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee and bring that back into your bird dog. Bring that right hand down, left knee down. Go ahead and push back into your downward facing dog and just pedal that out. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk all the way up to the top of your mat and come into a forward fold. And let yourself hang and shake your head yes and shake your head no and shrug your shoulders, because you know you don't have to have all the answers. And breathe. Now bend your knees slightly if they're not always already bent. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands, take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend your knee, bring your head up. And exhale, arms over your head, straighten out your legs, opening up those shoulders. Take a breath in, bend your knees, head comes up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in again, head comes up. And exhale, forward fold. Take your hands down and just roll up one vertebra at a time into your standing mountain Tadasana. So let's do a couple of sun salutations. Bring your arms up, take a breath in. Our hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with your right leg. Drop that right knee down. Come into your lunge position with your knee down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step back with that left leg into your downward facing dog. Come forward into your plank. You can drop your knees if you'd like to knees, chest, and chin, and come all the way down to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come up into your cobra. Breathe in. Exhale, come back down to the floor. Push back into your child's pose and up into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take that left foot forward, right foot forward, and come into your forward fold. Breathe in, arms come up, and exhale back into your mountain Tadasana. Arms up, forward fold down. Take a big step back with your left foot. Drop that left knee on the floor if you'd like. Push forward in this low lunge, opening up your hips. You can use the blocks if you'd like. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back up into stepping your right foot back into your downward facing dog, plank, and option to put knees, chest, and chin to lower all the way down to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come up into your cobra. Breathe in. Exhale, head comes down. This time, instead of pushing back into child's pose, option to push up into plank. So take a breath in. You can leave your knees down if you'd like, if that helps. And exhale, push everything up into your plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Take your right foot up into the air. Exhale, right foot forward. Warrior one, hands can be on hips, or you can raise them up into your warrior one. So take a breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into your plank. Come to your chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring your left leg up. Come forward into your warrior one. Hands can be at your hips or they can be up in the air. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands down onto the floor. Step back into your plank. Come to your chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Okay, one more like that. Right leg can come up into the air. Bring that right foot forward. Come up into your warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Right foot back, plank position. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take that left leg up into the air. Bring that left leg forward in between your hands. Come up into your warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Breathe in, come into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, breathe. Take 5 nice breaths in this downward facing dog, opening up the back of your hamstrings. Breathe in. And exhale, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. And exhale, 5. Take a breath in. Take that right leg, sweep it up. Bring it forward. Come up into your warrior one. Straighten that right leg. Come up into your warrior two. And hold your warrior two. Look over your right fingers if you'd like. And your hands can always be down. I'm going to leave mine up. So take a breath in. As you exhale, come into your reverse warrior. breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back into your plank. You can do knees, chest, and chin, or come up into your upward facing dog. Press back into your downward facing dog. That left leg can come up. Bring your left leg forward in between your hands. Bring your arms up into your warrior one. You're going to see my back for my warrior two. Breathe. Your right hand's behind you. So kind of look behind you a little bit and see if you can align that right arm, if that's out, and you're going to be looking over your left fingertips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, right arm goes down, left arm goes up into your reverse warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, come down, hands in between on the each side of your foot. Step back into your plank. Take a breath in. As you exhale, upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Bring your right leg up in between your hands. Come back up into your warrior one. Straighten that leg. Switch into your warrior two. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come into bent knee triangle. And you can stay right here with your arm up, or you can bring it over your head. This bottom arm can be any place that you'd like. Looking up at your fingertips, take a breath in. And exhale. And one more time, take a breath in. Exhale, push through the floor, come back up into your warrior two. Bring your arms up, plant your hands on the floor. Bring that heel up of the back foot, the left foot. Left hand can be on the floor or on a block, and do your twist to that right side, that opposite side. Take a breath in. Bring that arm up, or you can leave it at your sacrum. And exhale, take your hands down to the floor. Hands are on the floor, bring that right foot back. You're in your plank position. You can drop your knees. You can do a chaturanga, upward facing dog, or no chaturanga. You can just push back into downward facing dog. And hold. One more time. Take a breath in. As you exhale, that left foot comes up into the air. Breathe in, left foot in between your hands. Come up into your warrior one. Switch to your warrior two. And right now I'm looking at my left hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come up into bent knee triangle. And this can be the pose right here, or you can straighten your arm and try to open through this front side of your body. So you'll see my back side. Take a breath in. And exhale, looking up at your fingers if you choose to. Breathe in again, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back. Oops, no, leave that foot there. Bring your right hand down to the floor or the mat or a block. Push through that right hand and do your twist on this side. So you're twisting left. Bring your left hand up or leave it at your sacrum. Whatever works. Take a breath in. And exhale. And I'm on the ball of my right foot just to get a better stretch. You're welcome to do whatever you're comfortable with that right foot. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Step back into your downward facing dog and pedal that out. And just hold. Take a breath in. And exhale. Breathe in again. Exhale. This time take a breath in. Come up with that right leg and bring your right knee behind your right hand into your pigeon pose. So let's stay up in our pigeon pose for just a moment. You can use blocks and hold that. And when you're ready, take a breath in. As you exhale, come down to the floor any way you'd like, any amount you'd like into this pigeon pose. And just breathe. So take a breath in and exhale. Just enjoy that stretch in your right hip. Nothing to do, no place to go. All day to get there. Just breathing into your hip. Come back to your focus. You're uplifted in focus for the day, whatever you chose for it to be. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come back up. Push back up into your hands. You can raise that right leg up. Put it right leg back down, left thing. Bring the left leg up into the air. Bring your left knee into your pigeon pose. So bring that left knee behind your left hand. Go ahead and come up to a high pigeon. You can use your blocks if you'd like. Pushing the front of that hip down to the floor. Relax your shoulders. You can always stay in this position, especially if you're really feeling a nice stretch in your hip or in your front of your hip flexor on the opposite side, which would be this right leg. Take a breath in. And I invite you, if you'd like, to go ahead and come down to the floor, stretching out the side of this left hip. And you can pillow your head on your hands if you'd like. And just enjoy this stretch. You deserve it. Now, our mind has a tendency to wander whenever we're quiet. So come back to your uplifted intention. Just take a nice breath. And exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. And this time, go ahead and push up. And instead of pushing back into your downward facing dog, roll onto your left hip. And let's go ahead and come into Dandasana, staff pose. So your legs are in front. Bring your hands down to the floor. Straighten out your back, pulling your abdominals, pull your toes towards your nose. Take a breath in, and from there, just come forward any amount into this stretch for the hamstrings. And you're stretching your nose towards your toes. You're welcome to grab your toes or even use a strap. I use a strap a lot of times. You don't have to. Whatever works for you. And breathe. And one more time. Breathe in and exhale. Go ahead and push yourself back up. Roll down onto the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, go ahead and do a nice twist into the right knee goes to the left, and the right arm can go any amount you'd like out to the side. And turn your head any direction you'd like. And just feel that nice stretch in your hips. And breathe. Take a nice breath in. And a long, slow breath out. Take a breath in, pull that knee back into center. Go ahead and pull your knee to your chest. Straighten out that right leg. Bring that left leg in. Take a breath in. And if you'd like, just go ahead and twist to the right side with your left knee. Bring that left arm open and just get a nice twist through your hips. Doesn't matter if your knee goes to the floor, if your shoulder goes to the floor. Just enjoy this nice stretch. And breathe. Take a nice breath in. And a nice breath out. Let the body just unwind. Let your day go Whatever happened today, let it go. Let it no longer serve you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and roll back. Breathe in, and as you exhale, you can bend your knees, take your feet to the outside of your mat. Close your eyes, take your hands to the side, and this can be your Shavasana. Or if you'd like, you can just straighten out your legs and let your feet flop to each side of the mat. And this can be your Shavasana. So take a breath in and exhale, whatever your Shavasana is. If you feel like your back is tender, it really is kind of nice to do a bent knee Shavasana with your knees kind of resting together in this rested Shavasana pose. And close your eyes. Let everything that's happened today go. Just breathe in and exhale. Relax your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs, your low back. Let it all go. Roll your shoulders underneath you. Take a long breath in, and a long breath out. Just sigh it out. Now, since this is a short practice, you're welcome to stay in the Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you've got places to go, things to do, go ahead and bring your knees in, roll onto your side. Breathe in, and as you exhale, push yourself up into a seated position. And you're welcome to sit on a block or just on the floor, whatever you're more comfortable with, or in a bolster. Whatever makes you the most comfortable. And I invite you to cross your legs the opposite direction that you normally do, because we get very used to these ways that we cross our legs. Bring your fingers back into Chin Mudra. Close your eyes. Come back to your intention. We're going to close this yoga practice with one sound of peace, one sound of Om. So take your hands into prayer. Take a breath in. Om. Thank you so much for participating in this class, and we'll see you again very soon. Namaste. Be good to yourself and each other. Thank you.